I can tell you that her focus on range of movement and muscle activation exercises set her apart from many other players. ROM exercises are an active form of stretching designed to get the body moving through its full range. They help mobilize the joints and lengthen muscles throughout the body, promoting better flexibility and fluidity. For a sport like tennis, where you're constantly bending, stretching, and rotating in various planes, having a well-oiled chain of movement is essential. Jankovic's emphasis on ROM exercises ensured that her body was loose and capable of handling the multi-directional demands of the game. These exercises don't just target one muscle group. They activate the entire kinetic chain, preparing her body to react swiftly and efficiently on the court. But Jankovic didn't stop there. She knew the importance of muscle activation as part of her routine. This step is often overlooked by many athletes, but it can make a massive difference in performance and injury prevention. By activating specific muscles, such as the core, glutes, or even the small stabilizing muscles in the shoulder, Jankovic ensured her muscles were awake and ready to work. This kind of preparation minimizes the risk of relying on the wrong muscle groups, which often leads to strains or imbalances. Before we dive into today's video, I've got something you're gonna love: the Sport Wall Bungee Resistance Band. This isn't just any training tool. It's designed to help you elevate your workouts right at home. With its compact design and exceptional quality, it's perfect for targeting every muscle group and boosting your performance. Want to take your fitness to the next level? Use the code COACHOSCAR at checkout for a special discount and free shipping. Click the link in the description, and let's get back to today's video. One of the standout features of Jankovic's warm-up routine was her use of resistance bands, particularly for upper body activation. Unlike heavy weights, which are more focused on building muscle mass and strength, resistance bands provide a lightweight yet effective way to get the muscles engaged, stretched, and ready for action. Whether she was targeting her shoulders, arms, or even her back muscles, Jankovic's use of bands ensured that these areas were fully prepared for the rigors of the game. So why are resistance bands so effective? The beauty of using resistance bands is that they allow you to perform movements that mimic the natural patterns of your tennis strokes, whether it's the acceleration and deceleration of your forehand, the rotation required in a serve, or the stabilization needed for a backhand slice. With the bands, Jankovic could isolate specific muscles and practice movement patterns that directly translated to what she would do on the court. This kind of specificity in her warm-up gave her an edge in being able to perform those powerful strokes and explosive serves she was known for. Another great benefit of using resistance bands for dynamic warm-ups is that they promote what we call muscle activation. Muscle activation isn't just about waking up a muscle, it's about getting the right muscles to work together. For a tennis player, activating the upper body muscles like the deltoids, trapezius, and rotator cuff is critical, especially since these muscles are heavily involved in swinging the racket. When these muscles are activated correctly, the player can achieve a much more controlled and powerful shot, and this is where Jankovic's routine really shined. She understood that it wasn't just about getting a sweat going, it was about precision and quality of movement. When you see Jankovic working with resistance bands, you can tell that each movement has a purpose. She would use the bands to perform small, controlled movements like external and internal shoulder rotations, shoulder presses, or even light rows. The goal here was to create that mind-muscle connection and establish a baseline of engagement that would translate directly into her strokes. This type of preparation was a key factor in helping her maintain consistency in her shots, which contributed to her being one of the best players in the world. There's also a strong injury prevention component to Jankovic's warm-up routine. Tennis, by nature, is a high-intensity sport that places a lot of stress on the joints and muscles. The upper body, particularly the shoulder complex, is highly vulnerable to overuse injuries due to the repetitive nature of strokes and serves. By using resistance bands to activate and strengthen the smaller stabilizing muscles around these joints, Jankovic effectively reduced her risk of injury. It's like ensuring that the scaffolding around your main power muscles is strong and And she could swing freely and powerfully without having to worry as much about strains or imbalances. But it's not just about physical preparation. There's a mental aspect as well. Having a solid routine with the resistance bands gave Jankovic a sense of familiarity and confidence. It's a great way for any athlete to get into the right headspace before a match. When you know that your muscles are primed, that your joints are lubricated, and that your body is ready for the intense movements required in tennis, it naturally boosts your mental state. You step on the court feeling more prepared, more in tune with your body, and ready to execute your game plan. This was a huge part of Jankovic's success, especially in high-pressure situations. Another thing that's worth noting is that using resistance bands is highly accessible and versatile. You don't need a gym or heavy equipment to get a great warm-up in. A simple set of resistance bands can be thrown into your tennis bag, and you're set to go. This makes it easy for players to keep their routines consistent, no matter where they are playing, whether it's at their home club or at a tournament halfway around the world. Jankovic's commitment to her band routine shows how even the simplest tools, when used correctly, can lead to significant performance benefits. So, if you're looking to enhance your own warm-up routine, consider taking a page out of Jankovic's book. Focus on those upper body muscles, use the bands to simulate tennis movements, and prioritize quality over quantity. Remember, a good warm-up is more than just getting your heart rate up. It's about preparing your body and your mind for peak performance on the court. With a smart, targeted routine like Jankovic's, you can improve your range of motion, boost your muscle activation, and step onto the court feeling ready to play your best game every time.